Hey guys, Mark here from Fox Fitness. Today we're going to run through some variations for really press-ups and planks. Some wrist variations, that is. A lot of people do suffer from weak wrists when they do press-ups. So obviously their hands in quite an awkward position, puts a lot of pressure in the joint itself. I know a lot of women suffer from weak wrists in my TRX classes, so I'm going to just really run through some options for you, and then you can just take your pick of which ones you feel is the best ones. So, obviously press-ups. Give a little demo. I'm going to use a slightly narrow grip, so my hands are directly underneath the shoulders, so we all know what a press-up is. Okay, so certainly when we come down into that bottom position, we start to see a much deeper angle of the wrist joint. So a simple tip is just turn your palms out to the side as you do the move, and just play with that positioning. If it doesn't feel too right, just turn those palms out, so your fingertips out, and see if it helps. You can keep the exact same positioning with your body, you just change the wrist position, see which one can help. Another tip for you to use is to think about dissipating your weight over your fingers and thumb. So this part of your hands, rather than your palm itself. If you put more pressure on the palm itself, you're going to put obviously more pressure on the wrist. So think about dissipating the pressure around your fingertips as well. Another tip is to think about gripping the floor. So when you're down in that press-up position, move these out of the way, down in that press-up position, think about gripping the floor, which creates a little bit of tension, which can also take a lot of pressure away from your wrists. And the final tip is to use a set of dumbbells. As you can see, these dumbbells here, they're slightly bigger around the side, so if you've got really small dumbbells, these aren't going to work. You want to make sure that you can actually, if I go on the blue mat so you can actually see, you've got enough space for your hands or your knuckles to wrap around the dumbbell so you're not hitting the floor. And you're going to try and keep your wrist straight. Obviously a press-up position is this bent wrist or flexed wrist position. With a press-up or plank with the dumbbells, you're keeping a nice splintered, what we call splintered wrist, so your knuckles are in line with your wrists. And we can do exactly the same position. We can go whatever positioning we want. We put no pressure on the wrist. It's basically turning your hands into that position like you would do knuckles on a mat as you do that. Now a lot of people I know aren't really going to be too keen on doing press-ups on their knuckles. I know it's a little bit hardcore. So out of the lot, really, using two dumbbells is probably the best bet. Give those a try and I guarantee you'll get less pain in your wrists.